Oryx is dead. Nice work on that. But the Taken are all wormed down into the cracks of the Cosmodrome. We think a Coven of Wizards is running the show over there. You're going to shut them down.
Cade, I'm having trouble getting a bead on those wizards.
Thought you might. My scouts have marked blights all over the Cosmo. They're pumping out darkness like a spigot. Cut off the flow, Guardian. Cleanse the place, and you should be able to find the wizards.
Alright. This is actually the daily today, the day that I'm doing this, December 8th. My Warlock. I haven't played with my Warlock for a while. This, by the way, is the exotic scout rifle exclusive to a Warlock class, known as Blight, or Aztec Probably. That wizard's shield's gone back up, which is unfortunate. Something moves out there. There we go. So there are 3 more blights around here. Oh, come on, robot, jump. I know you suck, but... Excuse me. Oh, I didn't destroy it. Stupid knight. I love scout rifles. I think I've mentioned that plenty of times, so that's why I love using this Warlock right now. It has a pretty good exotic perk. It's not my favorite overall, but... let me duck behind here so I can show you guys. Look here. Here's this exotic perk, is better handling, rate of fire, and stability when the wielder's super is charged, which mine is right now, I believe. So it fires a little bit better. I have some other perks set here. This is a pretty good one. Yeah, I get more accuracy as my health gets lower. And my health tends to be low a lot, especially with my Warlocks, so that does some good for me. And it comes with this intrinsic perk, Grenadier, which is automatically unlocked. So, also, if you guys are used to the way the models look for these weapons, you can see that this icon's different for Bad Juju. And that's because they got updated with the December update today. There are new exotics from year 1 brought back, and, well, there are 2 new ones too, but, and so they updated some of that as well. This is not one of them. I've had this for a while here, but the new Bad Juju. I've used the old Bad Juju for a while, but the new one, if you notice, instead of blue, it's purple. But I'm not going to get into that too much. I just wanted to show a little bit of that. This is my loadout if you're curious. It's changed a little bit since last time we played. Using this. I have this, by the way, from the Sparrow League. Kinda goofy. Alright, let's get back to this. Okay, the way I did earlier today on the heroic should be even easier on the purple mission. Because I went behind the back here. You'll notice this is a darkness zone, so I can't just rush in here and get one and respawn. Right on the corner here should be this.
That did it. Wizards are marked and locked.
Next.
Okay, now instead of taking out of these guys, wait for my health regen there, and then come around the back. And rush right in here. Should be a captain down here. Yes, there it is. I almost prefer to kill those thralls with my melee because it's a lot easier most of the time, it seems. They teleport all over the place. You kill them with one melee charge, as opposed to sometimes it takes 2 bullets. Or 3. This, by the way, when on your Warlock, if you get to rank 2 with the Gunsmith, you can do the quest for Susanoo here, which you notice it was doing solar damage earlier, and now it's doing arc. That's because it takes on whatever damage you deal with your subclass, and I'm an arc subclass, so it changed to arc when I did a melee attack on that, whatever it was back then. I think it was a Thrall that I originally did that on, shocked it. And for rank 3 with the Gunsmith, you get Solak, which is an amazing scout rifle. I'm not the best with this because I just don't use it that much, because I don't usually play as my Warlock. So, in fact, the original reason I created my Warlock was specifically to live stream or upload this game. So, I originally just had my Hunter at the time I made my Warlock and started episode 1 of this series. I just had my Hunter and I made a Warlock and everything about it, so that was the only reason he existed. Now, I mean, he exists for more reasons now. I have other uses for him. But, because I afterward ended up making a Titan as well, which I think you've seen a couple times if you watch the series. One of my complaints about this, I love Omlon guns, so I love this gun in general. Look at how much of my screen it takes up there. That's my least favorite part about Omlon guns. They're very bulky. Not very futuristic in that way. Some of them really do look cool and futuristic. Like this is an Omlon weapon as well. Susanoo. But oh, come on. Okay. And then this part. And then everything gets dark.
Darkness. It's smothering. We've got wizards.
I gotta block my grenade. You notice these are dotted, not all of them. The first 2 are dotted. This one, is this a mistress of ours? Have a look. Hey. Assholes. Have a look at this. Matron of ours. Okay. Not mistress of ours. Would you?
lost the Cosmo Guardian. Taken abandoning the fight or getting sucked back to who knows where. This one goes in the win book. Come
I
on
forgot
back
this
now.
thing gave you legendary marks. Oh, I wish I knew there was heavy there. That would have come in handy against that wizard. Hey, exactly 1/3 of my kills were precision kills. That's nice. So we're gonna talk to Cade. I'm gonna try Paradox, I think, because I was able to get most of it done by myself in the heroic with my hunter. So I should be able to do this by myself now that I'm a little bit higher level. However, it might be more difficult since it's my warlock, and my warlock is not only a little bit lower light level, but also the weapons aren't as good, and I'm not as in tune with my warlock, so... This is a really cool gun, by the way, the Zolo Supercell. I really like it. Alright, so let's start off here by going down here. Who's this one? Oh, it's Cade that wants to talk to us, that's right.
The Taken infest our worlds.
Yes, I already know that. Yes. Okay, so Cade will give us the next step of this, which I don't think we're gonna... Will we do this? I don't think right now, because I don't think it's the same
Remember, at the
thing,
end of the
right?
day, bullets are the answer to every question.
Yeah, so this is just killing champions, which is just those public events on Earth. So I'll do that off camera.
Alright,
there is
I'll be
another
right
mission
here.
in that quest line that I could eventually do. What is the deal with that? What's on my gun there? There's like a weird shadow on all my guns. That's interesting. Anyway, if we look in here, you can see there's some new weapons in here, such as the return of some really great guns, such as Hard Light, which was my first Atheon kill. Dropped this for me. Hard Light's an auto rifle. It's really cool. New little icon for Bad Juju that I showed you earlier. Plan C is back. I don't really think I'm going to have a use for this, but I might still pick it up eventually. Super good advice, which not very many people liked in year one, but I thought it was a pretty good gun. Dragon's Breath, which I think is going to be the next Galahorn, personally. This was originally from The Dark Below, and it wasn't the best gun in the world. But in fact, I don't even see that solar flare thing that it had on here anymore, unless it still is. Like, the main perk of the gun that made it what it was is gone now. But it has this, Napalm. This is amazing. It sounds amazing anyway. So you press the trigger and it fires a rocket, and then you let go of the trigger and the projectile will drop a solar damage napalm strike type napalm canister thing. That sounds like it could do some serious damage. I just bought Aquaphage Symbiote for my hunter, which is the helmet that gives you a fourth golden gun shot. So I don't have enough legendary marks to get anything here. When I do, I'm going to be getting this, the Mida Multi-Tool, for my hunter? No, for my Titan. Because this is an amazing scout rifle as well. And it still has its best perks and stuff like that in here. But after I get Mida, my next gun's probably going to be Dragon's Breath. I originally was hoping to get Super Good Advice. But I think I'm going to go for Dragon's Breath. I still haven't gotten Truth either. And then there's also No Land Beyond, which a lot of people have always dissed, but the thing is, you need skill to use it. So it's not like one of those guns you use when you just want to relax and have fun. It's one of those guns that it rewards you for shooting well. But it's hard to shoot with it because it's got this little iron sight. But the perks really help. Mulligan is useful. The Master is really useful. And these perks in there too. This is just the slot, the perk that means that it goes in your primary slot instead of where your snipers usually go. But anyway, those are those. Those are those. Great. And then I think there's some new Warlock exotics in here too, aren't there? Yeah, the Ram is back, which I'm happy about, because I love the Ram. I used that for a while, although I really like now what I've been using, these Impossible Machines. But I might go back to the Ram, honestly, because of the increased armor. Makes it really great. You can see the year 1 Ram here, because even though it should be on collection 2, there's more room here, so. I don't think anything else has been added here. I think these are all, they've already been here. Pretty sure the only one they've added is the Ram. But that's only the Warlock ones that I can see there, since I'm on the Warlock. So if we head up here, someone's using one of the new emotes, the yawn. If we go over to Master Rahul, there's a few cryptic stuff really quick.
We have some engrams you might find at... Oh, sorry to see that one go. Come back soon.
And
we need the
probably
challenge.
none of this is going to be any good. Yawn. 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 It was telling me I had something new. Yeah, it still is. Who gives? I definitely do not. What the heck? Is it just wanting... I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway. Maybe that's a glitch. An annoying glitch, but we can deal with that. Okay, and then right before I head over to the Sparrow Aging League stuff, you can see that all decorating here, all the Sparrow League stuff. But you can see that Tess has some new stuff here. She has this book here, which I don't think is worth it, but I don't know, it lets you get some special stuff. It's 1,000 silver, which is the stuff you have to buy with real money. And it gives you, like, see, if you do this, complete 25 races on Mars, you get that momentum defense, which is looks like a chess piece. And you can see there's all different stuff here. This is for the Mars map and then for the Venus map. But again, that costs real money to get that because you get 400 silver for free. I've used 200 already getting an emote. And the rest of it here is just, is all what uses silver. There's a Sparrow Toolkit, gives you a random Sparrow, one that you don't already have. This one will give you a random Sparrow Horn, and possibly that Light Runner Sparrow, which I think is really going to be a really sought after one, I guess. These are the emotes that Tess used to have. You can get one at random from here. This contains Evil Scheme and Cower. This contains Congrats Employing a Kiss. I'm not going to get this one. Might like this one, but I don't think I'm going to spend any. I don't plan on spending any money. So let's go back to those legendary ones. These are all new now. There's Laugh, Thumbs Up, and to go with it, Thumbs Down. There's Flip a Coin, which is kind of weird because there's no coin. Frustrated. Clap. Sad. Yawn. And then there's some pretty cool legendary ones like the air guitar. Which is a really cool one, I'll admit that. This one, kind of weird, but no judgment. I like this one, jazz hands. Just funny to see my super serious guardian doing jazz hands. And then the face bomb. Alright, so that's all that. Last thing we're going to do in the tower is head over to... Look at the steps over here. They really outfitted the tower for this. This, by the way, the Sparrow Racing League is around until December 29th. And I'm sure if people like it, they'll keep it around, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be gone for a while while they tune it to, like, what they've learned from this after it's done, so...
Got some schematics.
Amanda Holiday here will
Nothing but the wind and a sparrow
give
in
you
the
your
road.
request to go do the
Out there
race.
you're free.
It's not about the sparrow.
Finish some
It's about
races.
the racer.
You can see
Right
this
guardian
gives some
can make
gear
a pile
here.
of junk fly like it's got wings.
The gauntlets. The legs. The chest piece. And the helmet. So, what's weird about this, if you look here, see how this one has 3 defense? These have no defense. For my hunter, all 4 of them have no defense. So it must be a glitch that this has 3. Maybe they're all supposed to be 3 and it's just not supposed to say it. I don't know. Now, these are the bounties for Sparrow Racing. I'm not going to pick these up, though, because I'm going to do Sparrow Racing as my
Thank you,
hunter,
guardian.
so I'm going to switch over to that. I know I said that was the last thing we're doing in the tower, but I do actually want to check, because there are new shaders, and I can't view them. You saw them in the book there, if you were paying attention, but... the book from Tess, but I haven't actually seen what they look like. I mean, I've seen from, like, the stream, Destiny stream and stuff like that. Bungie stream is what I mean by that. But it wasn't a stream, it was just a
Hey, Warlock. What brings
preview
you?
type thing, Vidoc or something. So if we go down here to the station where we have the... Up here, let's start with emblems. I believe... Yeah, here, Sparrow Racing League, you can get this emblem. This is from the book, Volume 1, and this is for the Class S license. So I can get this, I believe, just from playing this a lot. This one I would have to buy the book for, which sucks because this is the coolest one. But that's probably why they did it. By the way, these raid ones here, this one I have now because I've completed the King's Fall raid. This is for King's Fall and Heroic. This is for the War Priest Challenge, which was last week, as the time I'm recording this. This is for the Golgoroth Challenge, which is this week, as of the time I'm recording this. And this is for the Oryx Challenge, which is likely going to be the next week, as of the time I'm recording this. Let's look at shaders, and there should be... Yeah, Sparrow Racing League. Look at all these new shaders. There's Shimmer. If it wants to show up. There we go. Not too bad. Not the greatest ever, but not too bad. Bright Laurel. This is the first time I'm looking at these, by the way. And my Warlock really isn't the greatest character to look at these, because his armor doesn't really reflect very well. Different shaders. Phosphor. Crocus. Midnight Lumos. Momentum's Pride. You see how the armor just really doesn't reflect it well, which really sucks, but I'll hopefully get some King's Fall armor for this guy eventually. Azura and Hollow. That's a pretty cool one. So those are the new ones there. This, by the way, is the new shader you can get from doing the Refer a Friend quest, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one. Anyway, we're going to leave the tower now and go on to Paradox, I believe. I'll try